against the backdrop of the financial crisis. In order to understand all of that, the most obvious place to start was money. What is money? Where did it come from? And why isn't the way it works working for us anymore?
One of the first things we figured out to do that really distinguished us from the other animals on this planet was invent language and a way of communicating with each other that could convey very complicated ideas. We could have armies of hundreds or thousands of individuals where other great apes would only be able to organize in, clusters of up to about 100 individuals. So that gave us an edge. Language was extremely powerful as an organizing mechanism. But the thing we needed next was a way of making our trust in each other portable. We used seashells. Baboon bones were a popular form of currency in Africa. But money is and always has been a form of an IOU note. I could give you something and you could trust that that thing had value because society believed it did. Things like dollars and rands. We call those fiat currencies, and fiat is a Latin word that means let it be done. It basically means that they have value because governments say they do. Governments tell us that you will use this money, you will accept it as repayment of debt, and you will pay your taxes in this currency. So it really is just because we say so. There was a period where fiat currencies were backed by the gold standard, and now really money is just backed by a government's ability to enforce taxation within its borders. Governments or their central banking authorities can print as much money as they want to. The decision to print money is something that lies with a few individuals. It's open to flawed decision making, and really it's fair to say that fiat money isn't backed by anything.
For a time, Bitcoin felt like a lot of talk and very little action. But Lauren was taking Bitcoin out of academia, out of the future, and creating a real-world use for it in 2015. Something tangible for the world to see.
If you consume electricity, you're going to have a meter installed at your property. There's two modes that meter can be in, either postpaid or prepaid. Postpaid is where you just consume the utility, and at the end of the month, somebody will come and read your meter and then send you a bill, and then you pay. You're consuming first, and then you're paying. Now, prepaid meters are trying to solve the problem where people are consuming and then not paying, which is a problem we have. And it's showing itself in our energy provider, Eskom, where they say they don't have money to maintain their power stations because they can't recover from the municipalities. The municipalities can't recover because nobody wants to pay for the utility. They've already consumed it. So they're trying to close that gap by switching all their customers onto prepaid, so they can't consume unless they've paid. But it then introduces another problem from the consumer's point of view. At least 80% of Africans are unbanked. If they want to make a payment, they have to use cash. Obviously, now the